Hello everyone, hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we're going to do a bit of a shorter stream today. I wanted to get done with I wanted to just take care of some busy work, and that is finishing off the Aethercurrents in Kozama'uka. Because last time we finished off the MSQ quest, the quest that gave us the Aethercurrent for Kozama'uka, which should mean that we'll be able to unlock flying by the end of today. Now we have 2 blue quests which we unlocked, which are in the Moblin village here, and then we also have, I think, 3 or 4 overworld ones. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. We have 4 overworld ones to get. Now, I'm not sure if, yeah, so I believe I did, I don't think I've ever actually done Aethercurrents before they've reduced them, because I got, during Endwalker, I did pretty much all of them while I was doing MSQ, and we saw those. You can go back and look at them if you really want, but they haven't reduced them yet. If that's actually what they do. Well, it looks like they, considering there's only 4 in all the previous expansions. Anyway, there's still 4 more overworld ones to get, and I actually looked at a map to see where they are, and I think there's 2 in the upper area, or the southern area, and then there's 2 in the lower area. But before we do those, let's go ahead and do the blue quests here that are on the map. Right here. And unlock those 2. Let's start with the closest one over here. What's this one called? All good pot packs must come to an end. Kozama'uka is searching for a strange face to Earthenshire. Searching for a strange... Okay, I think I read that right. You are brilliant, are you not? She who has been strength-lending to Wokthamont. Could Kozama'uka ask you to strength-lend her in turn? I guess so. The matter is, Kozama'uka's craft hand is to retire after long years. He long slips that he intends to fancy craft one last masterpiece before he does so. But for this, he needs the hand help of a strange face to the village. Anfroy is his name. He is always very murky-worded with his requests, so Kozama'uka is not sure what handy help he needs. But if you could exchange tongue flaps with him, she would be very, very happy, feels. Okay, I guess I gotta go talk to him. So we just need to figure out what he actually wants. Isn't the whole point of the Moblins supposed to be where they just kind of like can figure out what they need? Anyway, Enfroy, what do you need? Yes, I'm Enfroy. Do I know... Wait, aren't you the friend with the 3rd promise? The adventurer from across the salt who was asking about the pot packs? Yes, I am actually. Ah, I see. Kozama'uka sent you. I only said I needed the help of a stranger to Earthenshire. Trust her to pick an honest-to-good hero. Oh, okay, it could have been anyone. I guess we're helping him now. The task I have for you is but a trifling one, but it's very near and dear to my heart. I want you to find out all you can about Kozama'uka. Ah, I see where this is going. I mean, a gift for her. There's nothing untoward about it, I assure you. I'm interested in what she's interested in. Her hobbies, her likes and dislikes. What she does, what she holds dear, and so forth. But for certain reasons I'll share with you later, she can't know this. We've been working together for decades, but now, as my pot pact is about to end, I find that I know next to nothing about her, but perhaps others who work closely with the Moblins might. I guess we had to go find out some stuff about her. It looks like there's somebody right outside here. Over in this corner. There we go. Doldrick. Uplander wants to know what brain tickles Kozama'uka. That's an easy task. Kozama'uka never lip-flaps about anything other than her potsworn, Anfroy. She says he is just as good as a tricksy crafter as he is a crafty trigger, always playing crafty tricks. One day, Anfroy draws little arrows around the village, showing potsworn how to leave Earthenshire without Hellpant's eye-catching them. Many laugh-minded pot friends follow the arrows and leave for secret hiding place in the woods. Mobbies are fright he feels over disappearing Potsworn. Potsworn come back all glitter teeth, but help hands are steamers. What? Steam ears? Oh, steam ears. I get it. Steam's coming out of their ears. But help hands are all steam ears, all except Movamuk. She goes around the village saying guilt words to every mobby for Anfroy's sneaky tricks. Deep heart, though, it is clear that she's nothing but happy feels to have him back. Wait, so the Potsworn is a trickster? Yeah, he's the trickster. So I guess he's gonna pull a prank, one last prank on her or something. Hello, Tarnotic. What does Movamuk value most? Her Potsworn, of course. Any mobby who otherwise is a fib speaker. She keeps the treasure he gave her heart side at all times, or so she once lip-slipped to Tarnotic. He hasn't a flimsy thought what this treasure might be, but whatever it is, it's sure proof of friendhood between them. Okay, so they're like really close. Well, let's see what Kobil has to say. Yeah, Kobil, has to say. Movamuk and Onfroy? Yes, I know the pair well. She's famously very protective of him, sometimes even rejecting his patron's orders outright. Interesting, okay. It's not that she thinks him unequal to the task, you understand. Quite the opposite, in fact. She knows how exacting his standards are, and how discontented he would be if his work failed to meet them. So any time a patron attempts to have him lower his standards, or design something differently to how he judges best, Movamuk will always leap to his defense. As for what she enjoys, well, her delight in Onfroy's creations has not dulled at all in the years they've worked together. I should think she likes nothing more. Okay, so she just wants something that, made by him. But of course, we're not gonna see any more of that. Now, I suspect this is what's going to be. I assume the Moblins are going to be another one of the tribes, or what, allied societies, whatever they're going to call them now. Where we have to continue working with Onfroy to actually end up making the thing for her. Unless it's the other one that ends up being the tribe quest. Either way, let's talk to Onfroy and wrap this one up. Ah, you're back. So what did you find out? I mean, if you make it, she'll probably like it. Ha! She really thinks that much of me? They say that that Moblin help hands love nothing more than helping their charges, and it seems it's true. Though it wouldn't hurt for her to show it a little more often. But that's not the only thing you learned, and I thank you for it. You've given me exactly what I need. So I suppose it's about time I told you what I needed for. The truth is... And we get interrupted. Movamuk, please. Is Brilliant still hard at help handing? Well, I was. Oh, it's hand helping. I said helping. No, what did I say? I think I said help handing. Yes, she is. Well, thank you for not bothering us. You do remember that I specifically asked you to leave me be until my work was complete? Always such angry words. Movamuk means no bother. Just needs to do daily mob duty. Sharpening tools until they sparkle shine. And I'm telling you that I don't need you to. Not now, anyway. I'm almost retired. All my commissions are already dealt with. Until the end day of the Pact, Movamuk will uphold her pact part. It is her duty as a help hand. Why do you always have to be so... I'm sorry, Movamuk, but I'm going to have to put my foot down. I expressly forbid you from touching my tools until my work with Brilliant is finished. Then Overworld will do as Onfrey asks. Though it makes her shamefaced, she will hand turn to other duties. If Onfrey needs her, he has only to hail call. I wish I didn't have to do that, but I'll be needing every one of those tools if I'm to achieve my aim. That aim being, to make a farewell present for Overworld. Didn't you already say that? In all the years I've been working here, she's been my guardian angel, answering my every prayer before it even makes it to my lips. Even in these recent times, when the help hands have grown too few for the number of pots worn, or service hasn't lapsed in ilm. Now that my service is coming to an end, I wanted to do something just for her, to thank her for everything she's done for me. Yet, despite her knowing me better than I do myself, I discovered that I didn't really know anything about her at all. I tried to speak with her, to learn what really makes her tick, but she always brushed me off, said that her only wish as a humble help hand was to see my wishes realized. That got me thinking. Perhaps she and the other moblins might be more willing to open up to someone who wasn't bound by the Pot Pact. Someone like you. And by all the gods, the plan is working. I have an idea for her present now. All that remains is to craft it. But without Movumuk's help, that might be a little more difficult than usual. Yeah, so we're just gonna have to end up getting the materials for him as we work through the story. If you'd be willing to play a help hand a little longer, I'd make it worth your while. Either that or it's going to be just an optional quest line. But usually they continue they get the tribal quests. Okay, yeah, so this right now is a optional quest, but I suspect that this will end up turning into a blue quest once they actually release the tribe, assuming that the moblins are going to be a tribe. I mean, I can't imagine they're not going to be. But let's talk to Vendivoke here, and also do this one. Divine Inspiration. Vendivoke is a flighty fright. Danger Straits. Vendivoke's Twinkle Crafter has gone missing. Oh no. Vendivoke asks all around the village, and some say that he went to pay a visit to the Imperius, the giant's prey place. But prey place is a danger place, full of munching friends. You are a fighter, are you not? Well, I am carrying around a sword. Will you sword lend for Vendivoke and save her dear Twinkle Crafter from certain doom? I guess I can if you give me an Aethercurrent. Or I guess you're not going to do anything. Well, let's head on out north then. Now, do I actually have to run around? Yeah, I do. Okay, so this needs... Yeah. So there is an Aethercurrent here, I believe. I guess I could just use the compass to try and find it. Yeah, northwest. So I was mistaking this one for the one that's down here. But there is one that's in the upper level that's over in this area. So I'm actually going to go ahead and grab that first. And then we'll go ahead and do the quest objective. And I do have a map that tells me where they all are, but of course we have the Aether Compass, so it shouldn't be too difficult to end up to find whatever we need. Or, not whatever we need, we're looking for Aethercurrents. It shouldn't be difficult to actually find the Aethercurrents. They're never actually, like, too difficult to find. Although this one's a little annoying. You gotta run all the way through this cave. Plus I have the, I guess I have full mount, I think I have this faster ground mount speed now. Because it was a bit slow. I had forgotten how slow it was when I got to the first, I think we did Urkopacha first, not Kozama'uka. Okay, so there should be an Aethercurrent in here. There it is. I was a little worried I came in here for nothing. Nice. Now let's head back out and do the quest objective. So the next closest one is to the north. Yeah, just directly to the north, which is on the lower level, and it's right about around here. but I believe there's might still be one down in this southern area that we haven't gotten yet. So I'll go ahead and probably end up doing that before we head down to the ones on the lower levels. But of course, we gotta do this quest objective first. Alright, Wayward Artisan. Oh, right. This is who we were looking for. I was thinking it was an actual tool, but no, it's the craftsperson. You're looking for a twinkle crafter? That's me, most likely. I'm one of the Moblin's contracted artisans, specializing in jewelry making. Vendivoke was concerned for my safety, you say? How kind of her to send me my own personal guard. I've ever been fascinated by the unique visual language of the Yokoi. You see, I often visit the place to bask in its grand, imposing glory. Yet I've never once taken a step beyond this point. The beasts that lurk within are far too dangerous to risk delving any further. But with you at my side, I can finally make a detailed study of the rest of the ruins. Well, that's nice. Such is what remains of them, of course. 500 years have come and gone since the giants returned to their ancestral lands, and they have not been kind to the creations they left behind. Yet some of the larger structures still remain. This impressive gate, for one. They say the Yokoi towered yawns above even the tallest Zibral. But I wonder if their architecture might have played some part in exaggerating those tales. Its sheer sense of scale serving to inflate the giant's own. But enough speculation. Let us press on. We have much to discover. I always find it funny that they always say, like, they're towering, but, like, I mean, I guess that's, like, really tall, but I always think of, like, skyscraper, like, 30-foot tall stuff. They're, like, 15 at most. You know, I was trying to avoid getting attacked by one of those, which is why I was walking behind them, since apparently they're sight, not sound. But it looks like I just barely got caught by one. Thankfully, he's a bit too lazy to chase me down. That reminds me, in EverQuest, I think it was EverQuest, you would... I say that as if I've played it. But apparently, if you got aggro, you would not lose aggro. And there was a thing, the reason that a lot of WoW dungeons have like a circular hallway leading into where they're going is because you would go in the right side, you would pull aggro of everything you had, and then you would come out, and then you would pull everything out from the left side. It was something like that. I would need to look that up later. Anyway, let's go and talk to the Wayward Artisan. Pillars of stone overlooking the nave. Fascinating, isn't it? The simple combination of geometric shapes naturally draws one's eye to the center, all the while maintaining a delicate balance. As the sun traversed the sky, so too would the shadows of the towers above paint patterns on the ground below. And not just any patterns, oh no, calculations. Every stone cut and placed with mathematical precision, divining the movements of the stars and the changing of the seasons. That reminds me of like Mayan calendar stuff. Or am I thinking of Aztec? It's probably Mayan. A triumph of both form and function, true artistry. But wait, what's that over there? By the cliff's edge, quickly, with me. You know, I'm supposed to be guarding you, but then you just go and walk off on your own. Guess let's head on over there. Oh, a purple circle of death. You know that whole thing how I'm supposed to be protecting you? Maybe you shouldn't go and walk off on me. And they're dead. Thank you. And forgive me for racing ahead like that. You know, that's exactly what I was just saying. I was so absorbed in examining every ilm of this place, I clean forgot the reason I'd never done so before. But if anything is worth risking one's life for, it's surely this, if you say so. Why, just look at this tower. It's a work of art. Tower. Oh, that tower. To the untrained eye, it might appear little more than a pile of stone, but look at how each brick is cut and positioned perfectly to align with its neighbors, and not a drop of mortar to hold them in place. The engravings, too, surely have some religious significance, certainly inspire reverence in me. Yes, inspiring reverence. That's the thing. Why else would giants build their temples upon clifftop? If not to make daily proof of their predominance over those who dwelled in the plains below, those who were beneath them in every way. Sounds like they just were rich jerks. Anyway. One cannot help but admire them. Their calculations should awe and exhilarate us even now, centuries since they've been gone. Thank you, my friend. My position as jewelry craft had been cooling of late, and now I am positively burning with inspiration. If the Yokoi's creations can echo through the ages, then so can mine. To Earthenshire and eternity. Right. Well, let's head on back, wrap this one up. And then I'll figure out which Aethercurrent we're going to go to next. Alright, Vendavook. We got your crafter back. I forget what he was calling them, or she was calling them. Big thanks for bringing the Twinkle Crafter back to us. Oh, yeah, Twinkle Crafter, that's right. Not only is he safe and well, but full of mind fruit, too. He said that he found it in the giant's prey place. This need for mind fruit is common among the Potsworn. Some tried to find it in history, some in nature, some even in firewater. That's funny. It is our side of the pot pact to keep them well supplied with it. A duty that is a constant source of brain pain. Well, yeah, that's an understatement. I think they're the ones that are going to have the brain pain in the morning, though. Oh, but the ideas they come up when they have it. Such fresh thinking. Vendavook can't wait to see what our friendly Twinklecrafter Winglecrafts next. Alright, it looks like that also gets me a ring, so let's go ahead and put that on. Should replace this one. Yep, 655. And now this was, okay, it's level 90, so I'll just keep it there. Alright, so I know that there is, I believe there's an Aethercurrent down to the south. Let's see if the compass says so. Yep. Nope. That says north. So let me go ahead and check the map. Because I thought there was one down there, but maybe not. No, we must have gotten that already. In that case, the other three that we need are... There should be one right here. One here on this island. And then one a little bit to the west of the Aetherite that we didn't... This did not exist when we were over here doing this. This was added with 7.1. And yeah, it's like all the way to the edge of the map. So let's go ahead and teleport over to Okhanu, and then run over and get this Aethercurrent first. That should be the one that we just saw that was 773 yalms to the north. Now it should be to the west. Yes. Let's head on over there. Gonna have a little bit of an expedition to get over there. But it's gonna be really nice to have flying here, because one of the big things that I wanted to do that I just couldn't do yet, or at least I didn't want to do yet, is the leave quests that have been sitting in my quest journal forever. But I didn't want to just buy the materials off the market board, because I also wanted to get the... What am I trying to do? The gathering log. Because I actually have gathered almost everything in the game through Endwalker. There's only like a couple things where you need to get like extremely high perception to be able to get it consistently. And I just didn't want to deal with that. Like, I went for it a couple times, but I didn't put in too much effort on it. Okay, southwest, let's head a little bit there. And is it going to be up there? Or is it going to be on top of there? I suspect I'm... Oh, never mind, it's on the ground. Yeah, because we actually... Is this where we met the guy? And I just completely missed the Aethercurrent? Oh well, we got it now. Alright, next one should be way far east. Yeah. So this one says that it's just east. But I'm pretty sure there's one like up here. Either way, I'm going to teleport back to Okanu because that'll give us a little bit of progress. And let's see what it says now. Still east. I guess we'll just head east then. Even though, like, I think it's up here. Because we're missing one more. I'm not Party Finder. That's not what I wanted. I wanted, Aethercurrents. Yeah, there's 2 more overworld ones. I thought there was one here, and I know there's one over here. So maybe I just, like, missed one in the south? Okay, 492 east. Let me look at the map again. Oh. It's here that I somehow missed this one. Yeah, I must have gone off the... I must have, like, gone over there and then realized that it was there. But I swear that we... Oh, right, they teleported us back. Because I knew that there was an Aethercurrent here. Or I knew that there was an Aethercurrent around here, and then from here, they just teleported us back to Oghanu after the quest, which is a bit stupid. Oh, it's too deep. Stupid Griffin, can't you just fly over it? Oh, wait. That's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to unlock. Okay, southeast. Let's angle myself a little bit. Against the rapids somehow. I suspect it's going to be up on top of here. Should be right around here. Oh, there it is. That's a weird looking ocelot. That sure isn't Minecraft, that's for sure. Why does it have tentacles? I guess that's a feather? Anyway, the last one should be, yeah, to the east. And I'm going to go ahead and pick up this Aetherite just so that we don't have to deal with it later. And make it a bit easier once we eventually get to the tribal quests. This will be the Hanu. Once we eventually get to that. So does that mean the three tribes are going to be Pelu, Hanu, and Moblins? Probably. Either that or this was, well, actually, I suspect that's going to be the 3. Either way, I'm going to get this Aetherite while we're here. Might make things easier later. Let's head on to the east and grab this last Aethercurrent. Now, that's what all I said I was going to be doing this time. Because I just wanted to get this done. Okay, to the north. I need to pay attention. Can we at the end of the dock? I doubt that. Where are you? Oh, it is at the end of the dock. Okay. Kind of weird. Normally I would expect them to be on a natural Earth. But I guess they can technically be anywhere, can't they? This should go ahead and unlock flying in Kozama'uka. Nice. Feels good to unlock flying. Now I have a griffin that can actually fly. This is so satisfying, unlocking flying. I mean, even this, like, Aethercurrents are not bad at all. Especially since you can get most of them in, while you do MSQ. But it is nice. It is still a little bit of a pain sometimes.